Hi, and welcome to Q&A with Megan. I'm Megan, and today we are continuing to talk about the way of love. This is part 2. Last week, our edition was Q&A Way of Love part 1, and we talked about the Spirit guiding us, moving us along our own unique paths of love to love. Today, we're continuing going a little bit deeper. We will get into our question now, which is, what are the benefits of embracing the way of love? Well, there are a few powerful benefits that really stick out to me that I want to share now. Number 1, embracing this way of love, trusting in the Spirit to guide, to do what's best for others, for ourselves, to do what we believe and intend to do as the will of God. For one, just allows us to have these really amazing relationships with other people. Embracing the way of love is not easy because we will come across different challenges and different ways that we need to improve in the way that we interact with others in order to be more accepting, giving, patient, all these qualities that we need in order to really interact with others in a really positive, life-giving way. But if we embrace this way, this path of love, then we will be able to experience this just really great life in communion with other people. And that is what we were intended to experience on this earth. We are meant to live in community, in relationship with others, and our experience of this will just be so much more enhanced if we are open to the Spirit moving with us to teach us how to love. The second benefit of embracing this way is that it allows us to be more aware of and capable of how we can care for ourselves. Loving doesn't exclude us as individuals, ourselves. It's very intimately connected to how we see ourselves, relate to ourselves, treat ourselves. If we allow ourselves to be moved by love itself, we can have a more fulfilling life in just experiencing love from our depths and embracing it to share it with other people, but it stems from within. And we can cultivate this love within ourselves and just allow our own beings to bask in this beauty and goodness and just wonderful feelings and experiences that love can give. So, of course, you will experience so many good things just on your own if you allow yourself to continue along on this journey of love that, again, is not always easy, but is so worth it. Now, the next benefit of love that I want to discuss is the connection to God that you will experience, this deep trust that you will acquire once you really go all in on this way of love. And this trust is so beneficial because with it, you can handle anything that comes your way. Any situation that you come across, any circumstance that may seem trying or just challenging in some way, you'll be able to face with confidence and conviction that God is with you and that you can handle anything. This is what love brings. This is the experience, the capacity, and the gift that love is and gives to all of us. Now, I also want to touch upon the benefit of experiencing a great amount of freedom. Freedom is something that I feel we all deeply desire. We want to be free to do what we think is best for us and for the world. And by following the path of love, you will be following the path of freedom, toward freedom. Because again, God, I believe, and many believe, that God intended us to live in love. And so once we start living that life that we were made to live fully, we will be so completely open and free to have all of the amazing experiences and emotions and gifts that God just wants to lavish upon us, but we must be open to this through following the Spirit and through doing what we think is best based on our intentions to do God's will. Again, the way of love has so many benefits, but at the same time, suffering will probably be involved on your path if you are committed to the way of love. And this is just part of the package deal, to be honest. Suffering does not have to be a bad thing, and we can embrace that with joy as well. And we can talk more about that in another Q&A session. I also wanted to say that love, in a sense, truly is about this trust, this deep trust in the goodness of God, the real presence of God, and responding to that goodness by embodying it and sharing it with everyone, everywhere you go. So if we can be committed to that trust in the goodness of God, and to just share that awareness and conviction with everyone that we encounter, we are awesome. So, such goodness comes from that mindset and from that commitment. So I want to leave you with this quote by St. John Paul II. He says, and this is a hopeful quote that is meant to encourage you on your journey toward love, toward God. And here it is. I plead with you, never ever give up on hope. Never doubt. Never tire, and never become discouraged. Be not afraid. End quote. So we have a lot to do in this life, every single one of us, but it all starts with, continues with, and ends with love. So let us just have that in our hearts and our minds going forward, knowing that God is with us to guide us, and that everything that comes in our path is there for a reason, for us to grow in our awareness and ability to love. So I'll leave you with that, and make sure to stay tuned for updates about what's going on with the youth and young adult groups at First Church Madison. I'm very much involved with those as the director of youth and young adult ministries here at First Church. So stay tuned for different events that are going on now and in the summer related to studies and socials and service opportunities. And take care. Good luck on your beautiful journeys of life and love and goodness. Know that God is with you, and I will see you next week for another Q&A. Bye.